Hey everyone, and welcome. Step right into the classroom. You can basically consider me your expert teacher for today, and welcome to this exclusive intelligence briefing. In today's explainer, we're going to break down a completely first-hand, on-the-ground exam experience for the SSC GD, all to give you the absolute ultimate edge in your preparation. We've got raw data from someone who literally just walked out of the exam center, and we're going to translate that into a highly actionable strategy for you. We'll map out exactly what you need to study, how to manage your time, and maybe most importantly, how to avoid those common traps that catch so many students totally off guard. So, if you want to know exactly what the examiners are throwing at you this year, well, you're definitely in the right place. Okay, so here's our quick agenda to organize your final study hours. First, the teacher's exam review. Second, GK and current affairs. Third, math syllabus highlights. Fourth, Hindi grammar and passages. And we'll wrap it all up with your final exam day checklist.
All right, let's dive right into Section 1, the teacher's exam review. This is our first-hand intel.
So our primary source for this briefing isn't just, a nervous first-time candidate. We're actually getting our data straight from a teacher from Masrak who went in and sought for the exam just to test the waters, and they confidently secured a score of 72. Now, why does this matter to you? Well, because a teacher looks at an exam completely differently. They aren't just trying to pass, they're actually analyzing the whole pedagogical structure of the paper. They know exactly how to navigate the test, how the questions are weighted, and they have that expert eye to tell us exactly what is going on behind the scenes.
And based on this teacher's analysis, we have our first massive takeaway. The target range is between 60 and 70. The feedback here is incredibly clear. A student who actually studies, a student who is truly prepared, will comfortably hit between 60 and 70 questions correctly. Honestly, think of this exam like a perfectly well-calibrated scale. It doesn't rely on bizarre trickery or those nightmare out-of-syllabus questions. No, it accurately rewards a prepared, studious candidate. If you've done the work, this is your solid target score. You don't need a perfect 100 to win this game. You just need to be accurate within this safe zone. And honestly, this should be a huge confidence booster for your time management. It basically means if you hit a brutally hard question, you can just skip it without panicking.
Moving right along to Section 2, GK and current affairs. Let's look at those high-yield topics.
We have a very specific breakdown of what to expect here. First off, you absolutely must expect around 3 questions directly from current affairs. That means your recent news, awards, events, they are high yield. Do not ignore them. For history, our intelligence specifically highlights a strong focus on the Mahajanapadas, so ancient Indian history is definitely making an appearance with at least one direct question reported. Furthermore, you've got to expect general data-based questions. The exam is testing your real-world awareness of facts, figures, and contemporary reality, so please don't waste your precious study time memorizing obscure medieval dates when the paper is so clearly favoring ancient history milestones and concrete current data.
Next up, Section 3, math syllabus highlights. It is all about controlling the clock here.
To absolutely maximize your math score, our teacher source tells us you need to focus your final review exclusively on these core areas: profit and loss, discount, time and work, and you should expect at least one direct question on averages. Now let me give you an insider expert tip right here. These specific topics, they're deeply practical, sure, but they are also exactly where examiners love to set common calculation pitfalls. For instance, in profit and loss or discount problems, candidates so often get bogged down in messy decimal calculations and completely lose track of time. Your time management strategy here absolutely must be strict. Practice these specific topics with a literal stopwatch. If a time and work problem is taking you more than your allotted minute, drop it. Just move on to secure those easier points elsewhere.
All right, let's shift gears to Section 4, Hindi grammar and passages, and uncover those scoring patterns.
For Hindi grammar, the examiner is specifically testing 2 major things. First, your ability to understand word meanings. They'll often ask you to translate or explain a specific term. And second, Shuddh Vartani, which is basically identifying correct spellings. Now, Shuddh Vartani requires intense visual precision. The biggest pitfall here is rushing. Candidates will read the first half of a word, just assume it's correct, and select the entirely wrong option. You really need to train your eye to look at the exact vowel marks and those half letters.
Now, when you finally reach the reading comprehension part, the gadyansh or passage section, prepare yourself to face a cluster of 4 to 5 questions anchored to a single text. Guys, this is a massive chunk of points just sitting in one place. 5 questions can absolutely make or break your final ranking.
And the feedback from the exam room literally described this passage section as khoj ke likhne wala, which directly translates to search and write or find and extract. The ultimate reading comprehension strategy for this specific exam couldn't be simpler. Do not overanalyze the philosophy of the text. Do not try to read between the lines. The answers are directly stated within the passage. It is a pure, simple search and extract mission. Read the question first, quickly scan the paragraph for those matching keywords, extract the fact, and move on. It is designed to be straightforward, so use this to save those precious minutes for other sections.
And finally, we arrive at Section 5, the final exam day checklist. This is your ultimate playbook. All right, this checklist is your rapid final review. Lock in your mindset for that safe target score of 60 to 70. Go back to your history books, review the Mahajanapadas, and do a quick scan of the last few months of current affairs. For math, drill those formulas for profit and loss, discount, time and work, and averages. In Hindi, physically write out difficult words to totally master Shuddh Vartani. And of course, remember your rapid search and extract strategy for the passage. If you focus your energy strictly on these exact topics, you are perfectly aligning your preparation with the actual reality of the test paper, rather than just blindly guessing what might pop up.
The blueprint is now completely in your hands. We've taken direct intelligence from a teacher who successfully conquered the paper, and we've built your game plan. Listen, this exam heavily favors the prepared, focused student. So are you ready to be that student who calmly walks into the center, manages their time flawlessly, and secures that top score? Take this intelligence, trust in all the hard work you've already put in, and go claim the results you deserve. You've